it's breaking news tonight. The National Assembly, a short time ago, voting to adopt the budget tabled by Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana last month. 194 members of Parliament voting in favour of the fiscal framework, while 182 voted against, with no abstentions. Let's go back live now to Parliament, bring in SABC News reporter Abra Barbia, who's been getting all the political reaction. And Abra, to say the reaction has been mixed would be quite the understatement tonight.
Dembekile, thanks again. I am now going to be speaking with Mr. Joe Maswangani of the ANC, who is the chairperson of the Finance Committee. Sir, it's the second very, very long day for you, and I'm sure there's been negotiations happening behind the scenes. So I don't know, you must have budget fatigue at this point. Are you happy with the outcome of what happened tonight?
I'm happy because Parliament has finally taken a decision to vote for the budget, which is in the interest of the country. It is not in the interest of any political party. This is a budget for the people of South Africa. And what I want to assure the people of South Africa is that the Standing Committee on Finance, which I'm the chairperson, has processed the budget in terms of the constitutional provision, in terms of the law, which is the Money Bills and Related Matters Act, and in terms of the rules of the National Assembly.
Sir, I know yesterday there was a lot of back and forth happening in that committee. You earlier said to me that committee is normally scheduled to sit for like 2-3 hours, but it sat, everybody was surprised. Was there no way to make any further concessions and negotiations, or all the avenues exhausted by the time the committee voted last night?
Parliament makes sure that it does not suppress its members when they want to add their views. And as you have seen yesterday, it was not an easy meeting. Members came with the mandate from their political parties, and we can't come with a rule that you only speak once and you are not allowed to come back. We opened up that members can talk as much as they can. So there is no member of that committee who can stand out and say he or she was suppressed. And as the chairperson, I tried as much as I could to be impartial, because members of that committee have got mandate from their political parties and from their constituencies. But as I've said, I want to reiterate that, like ever before, because it's not the first time that I'm chairing that committee. Even in the 6th administration, I was the chair of that committee for 5 years. We did everything according to the book. That's how we have been conducting the meetings of the Standing Committee in Finance the past 5 years and the past 30 years of democracy in South Africa. There was nothing new that we tried to be innovative. We stuck to the rules of Parliament.
Sir, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I now have with me the SACP, Mr. Alex Mashilo. Sir, thank you for your time. You came up here telling me that you represent the people, and I should speak to you because the people need to hear. How does this budget affect them? Can you please just break that down for me?
Especially the working class. The issue of the VAT is unresolved. We came out as the SACP to reject the budget even before it could be unveiled, because we were opposed to an increase in value-added tax. The minister made the statement that it is the top brackets that contribute more in paying the VAT. The reality is that everybody who buys any good or a service on which VAT is charged pays the VAT, and this includes the poor. And by the poor, we include the people who receive social grants. So you receive a social grant, and the VAT increase will take its share. Think about a value chain analysis of a product or a service. If you receive a municipality statement as somebody who produces the bread, in which you also use the yeast and other ingredients, on which VAT is applied, the price in it has the VAT embedded. Even if in the end of the day you remove or you exempt that product from the VAT, the reality is that each and every product or service, including transport, that went into the production process, if you conduct a value chain analysis, paid the VAT, and that price is embedded already in it. So the fact that you are exempting that product or service from paying the VAT doesn't mean that the individual ingredients and services that went into its production excluded the VAT. That's the point. So within the next 30 days, the Minister of Finance and the government must correct this question, because whatever justification you may try to give is not going to liberate the poor from poverty. But one important thing that we should really welcome today is that the voting patterns today have given the ANC the power to show the DA the door, because the DA played the game all along, suggesting that in fact things will collapse if the DA votes against the ANC. They have to go, they must be replaced, an alternative has emerged.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, sir. Well, there you have it. The SACP also saying it will be closely be watching what's going to be happening over the next 30 days, saying that somehow an alternative needs to be, the government needs to come up with an alternative to the VAT, the proposed VAT increase. Tembekile?
Abra, thank you very much for that. And to remind everyone, if you're just joining us, there is breaking news, a development regarding the DA, not a pronouncement on what this means, the vote today for the future of the Government of National Unity, but the party has confirmed it will now go to the High Court in the Western Cape to challenge today's passing of the national budget by members of Parliament.